Hi.
Like the donation sign right
We'll
there?
be
Yeah,
there.
that's great.
I think.
Hi,
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah,
But yeah, I couldn't
unless it's another redhead.
Yeah, and I did drum training for this show. I built a little brick thing outside.
But it was funny, like when I'd go walk the dog in the morning, it's like,
that's our like lobby display of sorts, you know.
I'll do it like
But yeah, this has been so fun to work on because it's all original pieces and they're also like inventive and just non-traditional and stuff. It's been fun to like pair them together and to do that sort of thing.
You are even what?
I know. I was like,
Yes, well,
like we
go back to school.
Yeah, well, like even
Unfortunately, I'm still on that.
Like I love.
Oh yeah.
I guess like a recording studio.
Yeah, great.
So you're not in this. You're not in these items.
Yeah, it's been so nice like doing theater. Yeah, it's like I know that there's like improv, but not a lot. And so like it's nice to see.
I was like,
No, I saw you in pictures of yoga.
And like you know, or like them going to New York City to find
I'm like,
Are you still
I
recovering?
think if they sort of doing
I don't know if there's that time like smashed.
And this is
Trying
all
to like,
from
you know,
this.
actually like start off like, what are you doing? Because my mom's going to a bottle of seltzer. And it was fun.
we get some space heaters here from people in back. I mean, I talked to Michole a little bit about, you know, like future plans for this phase.
How old are your kids?
Oh, okay. I thought you said it's
So is this the opening of night? This is the first show. I thought.
yes, and I take it to all night and it'll be like this. You did.
Glad.
Yeah.
Are some of these plays coming back?
Yeah, they're all like, all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then my little one.
Yeah. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, so just, I think it's.
Hi.
Huh?
I'm going to wait a second and make sure that Gibson puts me on to the streaming. Welcome to Project Y Theater Company's Tiny Barn Theater. You're our first audience for our streaming season, so welcome. We made this barn into a theater over the past 10 days with students from Carnegie Mellon and Middlebury College, and we have many plays that we're putting up in here. So we have small plays meant for a hybrid audience, tiny plays. You'll see 4 of them tonight, our first 4, and these will pop up in different iterations, but this evening is its own evening. It will never happen again after this. We have a streaming audience there, hello, and a streaming audience here. Hello. And sometime after this is all done, we'll separate these plays as they streamed and archive them on a page on a site of Barn Doors. But for now, every play here is well under 10 minutes. You'll see 4 plays tonight. The first play is Good Egg by Daniel McCoy. The second is Horse by Amina Henry. The third is Notes by Kaaren Briscoe. And the fourth is Undecided by Bixby, Elliot. And if you are very interested in some of the actors that you see, you can look on our Tiny Barn program, the full one, online. What else? Cell phones for people in here at home. You can probably watch us on your cell phones. We have a strange thing we're doing because we don't have lights. So when you hear this sound at the bell, which I'll do, that's the beginning, and there'll also be another one for the end of the play. So that's how you know it's over. So in between each one, there'll be a brief pause, and then once the actors are set, again, you'll hear. Yeah. So that's what it is. So thank you so much, and enjoy the first audience, both live streaming and IRL, Tiny Barn.
Good morning.
yes, good morning. We know it's actually actually evening.
But for the purposes of this demonstration,
We're calling it morning, even though it isn't.
imagine though that the sun is shyly peeking over the trees.
Shadows are beginning to appear, stretching the night from their bones.
Animals are awake, lowing, bleating.
Brought to wakefulness by their own built-in timers.
Without the crow of a cock.
An alarm only the eldest of us remember.
What was that you used to say to me? Everything before dawn belongs to you.
Huh.
Everything after belongs to everyone.
Sounds like something I'd say. What did I mean by that?
Well, perhaps that one ought to take advantage of the early hours. Accomplish things for oneself before the obligations of the day assert themselves and make off like bandits with all our time and energy.
Or maybe I was just trying to justify my obnoxious early bird tendencies.
Early bird is a term we used to use to describe.
Oh, hey, they understand. We have a savvy and seasoned group here, I can tell.
So, for the purposes of this demonstration, we're calling this morning.
Even though it feels like it could be any time or any day.
Yeah, we've made that point.
The accumulation of dew is evaporating.
The air is beginning to stir.
Do we hear the rumble, grumble of school buses?
No. No longer, sadly.
But there are still children.
Yes. For now.
Good!
Yeah.
So, we hear the rumble, grumble of school children awakening.
Dreams evaporating like the dew.
Thoughts of the day's chores stirring like the air.
Stomach's yawning. His noses detect smells coming from the kitchen downstairs.
Leading to the main point of our demonstration this morning.
What we better get to?
Time is short.
This is an egg. Laid long, long ago by a chicken.
A type of bird long gone, once domesticated for its eggs and meat.
And which once served as the centerpiece of breakfast.
A reminder, per the contract you signed upon entry, please remain seated. This is for your own safety.
The average egg contained about 70 calories, 6 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat. As well as iron, various vitamins and minerals. They were very popular.
On the mass production side of things, however, there were problems.
CO2 emissions, water,
Yes.
land use, all enormous and unsustainable.
And we all know how that turned out.
Yes. Do we ever?
So, here we are.
And we welcome you, the chosen few, to our demonstration. There were various methods of preparation. Poached,
Scrambled, hard-boiled.
and over easy, which is our aim today.
Yes, thank you.
It's perfect. It's a good solid yolk.
Hey, we understand the impulse to lean in. Please do so carefully. Your well-being is our #1 concern.
Now, many folks would intentionally break the yolk. They didn't like it runny.
I empathize, but I do not agree.
Now, as it cooks in the oven, notice how the white solidifies into a slick platter for the yolk.
And the yolk, more stubborn, reveals a crumblier, chalkier texture if you let it.
As with any egg, this one once had the possibility of life.
Its unfertilized potential is no longer on the table.
You can't uncook an egg.
Who said that?
I did. Just now.
Well then. Birds decided to leave.
No judgment.
Oh, no. We would have fled too if given the opportunity.
Since the birds decided to leave,
we had to ration what remained.
Using advanced methods of preservation to keep the stockpile fresh.
And we made the best of that situation.
By inviting those of you present.
For a not insubstantial sum.
And a slightly lower rate for those of you joining us from afar.
To our demonstration that was once commonplace.
Preparation and the consumption
of a single breakfast egg.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes. Wait, isn't what?
The ability to demonstrate the consumption of a delicacy that was once a commonplace centerpiece of our culture.
It certainly is.
Breakfast.
The most important meal of the day.
I just can't imagine.
Yes, you can.
And that, sadly, is the end of our demonstration.
We hope you've enjoyed bearing witness.
And we'll bring this moment with you into the rest of your day.
Remember, the sun still rises and sets.
And rises again, whether or not it's announced.
Have a lovely rest of your day.
Thinking. A horse.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or chickens. Can't believe we made it through this winter.
Same.
Look at this place. I mean, it's so perfect. It's the perfect barn.
Yeah.
A horse would be very happy in this barn. Just need some straw or hay. Did you ever think we would own a barn? I mean, did you ever imagine it?
Nope.
This is really nature, Murphy.
Uh-huh.
We did it. We moved to Vermont. We did that. We're barn people. I mean, we are people who own a barn.
Here, brought you some coffee.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
bring me coffee. You never brought me coffee in New York.
Today I thought I'd bring you some.
Why didn't you ever bring me coffee in Brooklyn?
I don't know, I guess I didn't think of it.
Well, we're not living the coffee life anymore, are we? Work and meetings and play dates and whatnot. Today I was gonna start drinking hot water with lemon. I wanna cleanse. Funny, on the day that you brought me coffee, I wasn't gonna drink coffee.
Well, I've always known you to be a coffee drinker.
I don't want to be that anymore.
Okay.
We should at least get a few chickens. You know, since we have the barn and everything.
Oh, you don't know anything about chicken.
Well, this is our chance. We can be chicken people instead of coffee people.
I'm not sure I'm a coffee person or a chicken person.
We got this barn now. We should fill it.
What?
I just told you, chickens and a horse. How expensive is a horse?
You know, this barn isn't that big.
It's big enough. Just go with it, Murphy. Think chickens and a horse and organic vegetables and insects. But I could take up gardening, and in the winter we could build a snowman. We left the city. Let's leave city thoughts. You know, coffee and small apartments and alcohol and all that crap.
You're gonna give up alcohol now too.
I was thinking about it. I want to cleanse. I mean, I want to change.
Change how?
Just change.
Quiet, isn't it? Kind of miss the city noises.
Don't you remember how noisy the city was?
I miss the noise.
I like the silence. It's a nice change.
You were crying again in your sleep last night.
Was I?
Yeah. It woke me up. The crying.
I was dreaming about a horse. Sorry.
Don't apologize. What about a horse made you cry?
I don't know, it was a dream. I can't really explain it.
I can't believe you talked me into taking this job. A house. The barn. In Vermont.
Sam would have loved it here.
Sam loved Brooklyn.
The city isn't a good place to raise a child. Our apartment was too small.
Our apartment was fine. We lived a block away from the park.
No, Sam loved horses and basketball. He would have loved to play basketball out there.
With who? I don't play basketball.
You would have learned.
Sam didn't love horses.
Yes, he did, Murphy.
I don't remember that. Why don't I remember that?
He loved horses ever since I read him Black Beauty.
Why would you read him that?
It's a classic.
Yeah, but...
It's a classic, and I think Sam would really love it here, especially if we bought him a horse, a black one, like the one in Black Beauty.
Sam's gone. Anne? Wait.
I'm gonna go heat up some hot water.
Wait, just talk to me for a minute.
About what?
Well, don't do that.
Do what?
Oh, you're doing that thing. You get all distant. About what? About Sam. Talk to me about Sam. You think I'm not hurting?
I know you're hurting.
I want to talk to you about Sam. About the house.
What about Sam? What about the house?
The floors creak.
It's an old house.
Okay, I'll just come out and say it. I don't like it here.
You're just not used to it here. Anyway, we have to be here. We bought the house because of your work at the college.
And
so
I don't think Sam would have liked it here either. Something is off. The insects are bigger here.
The insects are healthy here. It's the soil.
I feel like I'm losing you. We moved here and I took this job because I didn't want to lose you. But I feel like I'm losing you anyways.
I'm right here.
I feel like I'm losing you to the insects, to the earth. I can't find the words to...
I'm right here.
You want to give up coffee. You want to grow chickens. You've already confessed this.
Yes, I told you I do want those things. I want a change.
Am I losing you?
I'm right here.
Something is off.
Well, Sam isn't here.
We moved here because you thought Sam would have loved it here, but Sam isn't here. And I don't think he would have loved it here.
Fine.
I'm allowed to have an opinion about this. He's my son too.
Fine.
Maybe we should just move back to Brooklyn. I mean, what are we doing here? The insects are bigger here.
Look, hey! We're here. We have to do this. We have to try. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes, my emergency. I just dropped my coffee in my barn. I have a barn, and there's a horse in it. No, it's not my horse. A horse ate my wife, or I mean, my wife is a horse, a black one. My emergency. There's a barn, and there's a horse in it. I think I lost my wife and Sam. He's my son. He's only 4. My emergency is the insects and the creaking floors in my new home and the barn and the horse in my barn, and I can't find the words. Don't you feel like sometimes nothing makes sense? Like nothing at all. These past 2 years have been unbelievable. Can you just send someone? Please, I'm alone and I'm afraid. What if I go back in there and there are chickens in there and what if I go back in there, insects are bigger than me and they eat me? What if nothing at all? Please, send someone.
How are you? I miss your face. Do you miss me? I have so many words welling up inside of me. I have so many things I want to say to you. So many things I feel for you, and I have no place to put them in. I want to tell you that when I look at the stars, the only thing I can see is your face. That your smile makes everything in my life better. That your touch changes the composition of my cells. I fucking love you. I want to tell you that I love you and that the only place I want to be is with you. I want to shout it in the faces of strangers before they have a moment to catch their breath. I want to wrap myself in your scent and fall asleep. If I tell you, will you love me? If I tell you, will you leave? Do you even think about me? Do you hold my picture in your heart?
So many words welling up inside me, and so many things I was telling you. I'm sorry that if you have place for them at, I want to tell you what the stars and I think I see your face and your smile changes composition. Selfish, I fucking love you. Tell you I love you. The only place I want to be is with you. I want to show it for strange for the moment to catch your breath. I want to wrap myself in your scent. I tell you I love you. I tell you I leave. Think about me. Hold your picture in your heart.
Hey.
Right?
I don't know.
What?
Honey. I don't know.
Maybe you didn't understand the question. Do you, Vivian, take this man, Jeremy?
No, I heard. I just... Well... I just... It's just...
It's okay, honey. Calm down.
I just... Well, I can't... Well... decide.
Shouldn't you have made that decision prior to, well, all of this?
Honey, just breathe, Viv. Please don't pressure her.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just, well, this part is usually pretty, well, simple.
It's just such a huge decision. I mean, the biggest decision of all time.
I know, sweetheart. Everyone! Hi, everyone here, and, well, those of you on Zoom, am I really having a Zoom wedding? Okay. All right, I'm sorry. We're gonna just need a few seconds here. We just, well...
Don't tell him that. No, okay, yes, tell him. No, don't. Oh God, I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just feeling, well, I don't know.
Usually the problem is with, does anyone have any objections part? Or the dancing down the aisle part? I hate when that happens. These YouTube videos have made my job much more difficult.
Oh, we wanted to do that, but I just couldn't really decide on a song. I thought Party in the USA would be nice, but I also liked Teenage Dream, and then there were the oldies.
Oh, you made a good choice to forego that.
See, honey, you made a great decision.
Really?
Yeah, remember what the doctor says. Let go of perfection.
Yes. Yes, I do. My intense fear of negative consequences is stopping me from proceeding with my life.
That's right.
Doctor?
Oh, she suffers from a bulimania.
Is it contagious?
No.
A bulimania, pathological indecision. I suffer from the inability to make a decision.
My wife has that. She's changed the drapes in my living room, 17 times? Good Lord! I hope she doesn't stick with the one little canaries, right? Because they're making me...
Okay, she has been clinically diagnosed with a bulimania.
Now everyone knows! Great!
I'm sorry, Skittlebean.
I thought we decided that wasn't going to be my nickname.
Did we?
I have no idea!
I don't mean to be insensitive about this, but we have a 3 o'clock. It's a gay wedding. That's right, we are jumping on that train with both feet.
This is what I need. There are couples out there that have been so desperate to get married that they have fought for their right to join in matrimony. Do I even want it that badly? I didn't protest and march for this wedding. I didn't fight for it. Do I even really deserve to be married? Do I?
You don't have to fight for this, Vivian.
And isn't marriage really just a capitalistic institution in exchange of goods and services? Aren't I really just my dowry and you a male provider approved by my father?
I'm an actor. My ability to provide is shaky.
Oh my God! What about children? How will we provide for our children? I'm gonna be a terrible mother. I don't even know what color I would paint a nursery. I really like yellow, but there's so many options. There's lemon yellow, buttercup yellow, sunshine yellow. Mellow yellow?
Is there any way out of this? Stanley and Thor are sticklers for timeliness, and the live doves they got are rented on an hourly basis.
Okay, typically the brain's prefrontal cortex can handle about 7 pieces of information at a time. Vivian's can handle 1 or 2, and in a time of heightened stress, well, none at all.
I'm not doing this. There. I said it. I'm terribly sorry, but there will be no wedding today.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay in your seats, and if you're on Zoom, you can sit or stand. We are going to proceed as scheduled. Okay, let's do this thing.
Vivian, stop.
Would you like to sit down, just relax for a moment, have a glass of water?
How should I know?
Okay, Vivi, just breathe. Let's use our techniques. You've done so great up until now. You planned this whole thing.
It was a nightmare.
Wedding planning is always a nightmare. There's no phobia in that.
Okay, if you could just stick to the prepared text at this point, that might be best.
We're actually paying you a little bit more for the jokes.
Oh, I knew we should have paid the priest a joke fee.
No, sweetheart.
Oh.
You made tons of decisions for this wedding, and you handled that great. You're just nervous now.
No, I didn't.
What?
I didn't make any of the decisions. I put all the choices into a hat and then I pulled them out one by one. I knew I couldn't handle it. Like, I can't handle this, Jeremy.
Is that why you decided to invite my cousin Stevie and his wife, even though we really don't like them and we knew they would bring their annoying kids?
Decision from the hat. Hey, Stevie, the kids are so adorable and big.
And the color of the bridesmaids' dresses?
Dead salmon. Decision from the hat, and that's why they're kimono style too.
So you don't have a passion for Asian culture?
No.
And the flowers?
Voodoo lilies?
They're awful.
I know. I knew I couldn't make any of the decisions, and I wanted this day to be perfect. And now look. Why would you want to spend the rest of your life with someone like me? Someone who can't even decide if they want to watch Queen's Gambit or The Crown.
Well, they're both streaming. I love you. That's why.
I love you too. But I don't know how to get past this.
Our techniques. We just need to make some small decisions. Like the doctor said, remember? Mastering smaller decisions will empower you to tackle larger ones. So let's just focus on small things.
Yes. Yes. Small decisions. That's a good idea, I think.
It is. Okay. Look at me. Okay. What will you have for dinner tonight?
Chinese. No, that'll make me bloated. Oh, how about Thai? I love Thai. No, let's eat macrobiotic.
No, honey, at the reception. Chicken or beef?
Isn't there a vegetarian option? Julie is a vegetarian, and I promise
Yes,
that
but for you. Chicken or beef?
Um.
You can do this. Small decisions.
Okay. Chicken!
Okay! Good! Good! Chicken! That's great! Chicken! No, chicken is great! Okay. Red or white wine? You could do this.
Red!
Good! Good! Okay, throw a bouquet or don't throw a bouquet?
It's just such an archaic tradition, one I don't really believe in. I mean, why should a woman be defined simply in terms of whether or not she
Honey?
is... Yes, it's fun! Let's do it!
Okay, so smush the wedding cake in my face, yes or no?
Yes.
Fantastic. First dance song.
Easy. Undecided. Elliot Fitzgerald.
I love it. Do you want to grow old together?
Yes.
Do you want to honeymoon in the Bahamas?
Yes.
And when it's over, come back to our home?
Yes.
When it gets late, crawl into bed at night and have pillow talk with me in the dark?
Yes.
And tell each other about our day and what went wrong and what went right, and share our dreams and our hopes and our disappointments, and just be there to listen to each other until you get too tired. We have to set the alarm, turn off the light, when the cat nestles up on that pillow by your head, and we both go to sleep. We do it all over the next night and the night after that.
I do.
Do you want to marry me?
I do.
Do you, Vivian, take this man Jeremy to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until death do you part?
I do.
You do?
You do?
I do. I really do. I do it! I mean, I did it!
You did it! I love you too!
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss. You're already doing it.
Well, what do we do now?
You know what?
What?
I don't know.
Thank you so much for being here. It's so wonderful to see so many familiar faces, and all those of you out there, thank you for tuning in. This is the beginning. We have about 6 or 7 more dates coming up, so go to tinybarn.com to check everything out. Donations are welcome. Tickets are free today, and tickets, a streaming pass is $20 to keep it nice and affordable so you can see as much as you can. But please go to PayPal, Project Y Theater, donate as you can, and keep live theater coming back. Check out Tiny Barn. For those of you in the barn, come join us at the bonfire afterwards. Everyone else, have a s'mores at home and think of us in Vermont. Thanks for coming.